Golden light spills over cornfields that haven't changed in 60 years. A white clapboard farmhouse sits at the end of a gravel lane. Super. 60 years ago. Young Margaret, 20s, radiant, and young Harold, 20s, handsome in his army uniform, spin each other on the front porch to the faint sound of a scratchy 45 of Unchained Melody. They laugh like the world will never end. Young Margaret, one more dance before you ship out? Young Harold, as many as you'll give me, Maggie. They waltz barefoot on the wooden planks until the sun is gone. Asterisk smash to asterisk asterisk. XT. Same farmhouse, present day. Dawn, the paint is peeling now. The porch swing creaks in the wind. Asterisk int. Farmhouse bedroom. Same asterisk 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 Margaret Hayes asterisk asterisk. 82. Wakes with a sharp gasp. Arthritis has turned her hands into claws. Her legs feel like they're filled with wet cement. She stares at the empty side of the bed where Harold slept for 54 years. She tries to swing her legs over the edge. Pain shoots through her knees. She winces, tears already forming. Asterisk asterisk Margaret asterisk asterisk. Whisper. One more sunrise, Lord. Just one where I can walk to my garden again. She reaches for her walker, falls back, closes her eyes. Title card. Last steps asterisk asterisk. Act 1. In farmhouse kitchen. Morning asterisk asterisk. Ellen, 55. Margaret's daughter. Tired eyes. Nurse scrubs. Pours coffee. Ellen. Mom, Dr. Patel called. He wants you in a wheelchair full-time by winter. Margaret stares out the window at the garden she hasn't touched in 3 years. Roses strangled by weeds. Margaret. I'm not trading my legs for a chair yet. Ellen. It's not giving up. It's being realistic. Margaret's eyes land on a dusty VHS tape on the counter labeled Harold and Maggie, 60th anniversary prep. Do not tape over. Margaret. Play it. Ellen sighs, pops it into the ancient VCR. On screen asterisk asterisk Harold, 81, frail but smiling, and Margaret, 81, still beautiful, slow dancing in this very kitchen to the same song. Harold whispers something. Margaret laughs through tears. Video Harold. One more dance on our 60th, Maggie? Video Margaret asterisk asterisk. As many as you'll give me, Harry. Present day Margaret's lip trembles. Margaret. Our 60th is in 8 weeks. I'm gonna dance with him one last time. Ellen. Mom. Dad's gone. And you can barely stand. Margaret, quiet steel. Asterisk. Then I've got 8 weeks to learn how to stand again. Ellen has never heard that tone in 30 years. She doesn't argue. XT. Farmhouse porch next morning 6:03 a.m. Margaret, in a housecoat and stubbornness, sits on the edge of the bed with her feet on the floor. She tries the first stretch. She turns her head left, right, pain flares. Tears roll. Asterisk Margaret through clenched teeth. Asterisk. Come on, old girl. Bless up the lane. A woman in her late 60s gets out. Jeanette, Nettie Coleman, new neighbor, salt and pepper hair in a braid, wearing overalls and a kind smile. Nettie. Morning. Saw your light on early. Thought you might could use company. Margaret wipes her face quickly. Margaret. I'm not much company these days. Nettie. I'm not looking for much. Just somebody to walk with at sunrise. She smiles like she already knows the answer. 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Margaret looks at the walker, then at the sunrise painting the sky the same gold it was 60 years ago. Margaret. 5 minutes. Act 2. Montage. The 5-minute miracle. Set to an acoustic cover of Unchained Melody. Day 1. Nettie helps Margaret to the porch steps. Margaret can only manage neck turns and shoulder rolls in bed. She cries from pain. Nettie sits silently beside her. Day 4 asterisk asterisk. Margaret sits on the edge of the bed, extends one leg, flexes her foot. 10 seconds. Collapses back sobbing. Nettie hands her a glass of water. Nettie. Hydrate those joints, sugar. Day 9. First time standing with walker. Nettie times 15 seconds of quad stretch. Margaret's leg shakes like a leaf. Day 14. Margaret does her first chair leg lifts in the kitchen while Ellen watches stunned. Day 21. Calf raises holding the kitchen counter. She manages 3 before collapsing into a chair laughing and crying at the same time. Day 28. First steps without the walker, from porch to mailbox 20 feet. Nettie cheers like it's the Olympics. Every morning Nettie appears exactly at 6 a.m. like clockwork. Never explains why she moved next door. Never misses. Intercut with flashbacks asterisk. 1955, Harold teaching Margaret to waltz in the barn. 1995, Harold carrying Margaret over the threshold after knee surgery. 2015, Harold's funeral. Margaret unable to walk down the aisle to his casket. Act 3. In living room. Night. Week 6 asterisk asterisk. Margaret practices walking heel-to-toe across the room. She's up to 50 feet without the walker. Ellen records on her phone, tears streaming. Ellen, you're really gonna do it. Margaret, I'm gonna dance. Asterisk ext. Garden Dawn Week 7 asterisk asterisk. Margaret walks the entire length of what used to be her rose garden rose, almost 200 feet, unaided. She kneels, slowly, painfully, and pulls one weed, then another. Nettie watches from the fence, eyes wet. Nettie asterisk asterisk. Told you 5 minutes was enough. Margaret, who are you? Nettie Coleman. Nettie smiles mysteriously. Nettie, just a widow who knows what it's like to want one more dance. Act 4. The 60th anniversary. In Town Community Hall. Evening asterisk asterisk. Banners. Harold and Margaret Hayes, 60 years. The whole town is there. Tables of potluck. Kids running around. Margaret enters in a simple blue dress, the same color she wore in 1965. She walks in slowly with her cane, but upright. Gasps and applause ripple through the room. Ellen hugs her, sobbing. Ellen, Dad would be so proud. A young DJ dims the lights. DJ, this one's for the couple of the hour. Unchained melody starts. Margaret looks around, no Harold. She closes her eyes. The crowd parts. Margaret takes one step, then another. She lets go of the cane, clatters to the floor. She begins to sway alone in the middle of the hall. Then a soft hand takes hers. She opens her eyes. It's Nettie. But for a split second the light hits her face and she looks exactly like Harold in his prime. Margaret gasps. Nettie/Harold. Soft. One more dance. Maggie? Margaret smiles through tears. They begin to waltz, slowly, carefully, perfectly. The crowd forms a circle around them. Phones up, some crying, some clapping in time. Margaret's feet barely leave the ground, but she is dancing. Clothes on their feet, her swollen ankles, his work boots suddenly visible, then back to their faces. Margaret. Whisper. I missed you. Nettie/Harold. I never left. The song swells. Final shot. XT. Farmhouse porch. Next morning. Margaret sits on the swing, cane beside her but unused. She's planting rose seeds in pots. Ellen brings lemonade. Ellen. Nettie moved out this morning. Left this. She hands Margaret an envelope. Inside. A single photograph. Harold and Nettie standing together years ago, arms around each other, smiling. On the back in Harold's handwriting. She'll walk you home when I can't. Love you forever, H. Margaret looks up at the sunrise, the same gold light as 60 years ago. She smiles, stands without help, and walks to the garden. Margaret. Soft to the sky. See you soon, Harry. But not just yet. She kneels, plants another seed, and begins to hum Unchained Melody.